a video on YouTube earlier about dating while you're a single mom. So, dating single moms and dating with kids, period. And it got me to thinking, and so I decided to do this vlog to find out what you guys think about it. As a single mom, I do date, and so, I want to know what you guys think about the ways that single parents should date, or, what they should do, how they should do it. And so my first question is for the guys and the females. Would you date someone who has children? Guys, would you date someone who has children? And women, would you date a male who has children? And if you would date someone with children, is there a limit on how many children you would allow someone to have to date? Like, I have 2 kids, so would you date me because I have 2 kids, or is that okay? And then if I had 3, then would it be a problem? Is there a cutoff, or is it an individual case, or does it matter? Like, if you have 1 kid, like, is 1 kid okay, but you can't have 2? What do you guys think about that? Like, do you have an idea in your head, like, oh no, I'd never date somebody with 3 kids, or oh no, I'd never date anybody with any kids? Like, what are your views on that? So just share that with me. Comment below. My other question was, do you think that men are more likely to date women with kids, or do you think that women are more likely to date men with kids? Because I see a lot of women with kids and they still date fine, but then I don't really see many men with kids who are wanted as much as the women are. I don't know how to really word it, but I think you get my point. Oh. So, like, yeah, I don't really know. Like, are women and men just as much accepting as the other gender when it comes to dating someone with children? What was my other question? Oh, does it matter? Like, would you date someone who has 3 kids with 3 different fathers, or is there what if you had 3 kids and they all have the same father? Like, is there a difference in how many fathers are involved? Or, speaking on that, is there, or women, for women, would you date a man who has 3 kids by 3 different women? Does the number of parents for the children matter? Also, does it matter if the parents involved? Say, for example, you have a woman and her kid's father isn't in the picture. Would you be okay dating that person? Or if the kid's parent is in the picture, would you be able to date somebody who has kids and still has interactions with their child's father? Same thing goes for the women out there. Would you date a man who has a child by another woman and he still has contact with his child's mother, and they still are in touch to co-parent? Like, does it matter if the other parent is involved or not in determining if you would date somebody with kids? Other question for all those parents out there who are single moms or single dads, because this isn't just for single moms and single dads. What is your etiquette? Like, do you have like a set, I won't allow my kid to know that I'm dating this person until 3 months has passed, or 6 months are passed, or what are your views on that? Personally, I don't really have like a set number, like you have to wait however many months to meet the person. It's more of a when it feels right, because I don't think that you can set a time period on this person. Okay, now you can meet them. It's been 3 months, because in 3 months maybe they still are in the stage where you don't want them to meet your kids yet. You're not still ready to do that, or you don't know if the relationship is going to blossom that much to where the point that your kids need to meet. Because I read this article online, and it was actually really interesting. It was talking about how when you're a single parent and you're dating, it's not really so much of I'm just dating for a relationship for myself. It's also I'm dating with the possibility of building a family, a relationship for not only myself but also for the children. So that's something that you have to consider when going into dating. I know it sounds kind of bad though, because if you think about it, to go into, you meet somebody and you go into it like, oh yeah, I like this person, blah blah blah, and then to be like, oh well, is this person a good fit to be a mother for my child, or is this person a good fit to be the father of my child? Like, it seems like a bit much, and it may put a lot of stress on the relationship and also on the person, which is why a lot of people may say that they don't date people with children. The other aspect in the article, they were talking about financial aspects of it, and I found it to be kind of interesting because I don't think any woman goes into a relationship. This article was about single moms. I don't think any woman goes into I don't think any woman goes into the relationship like, oh, I need a father for my kid to provide for my kid. Because there are a lot of independent moms out here. There are a lot of women out here that are working their butts off to make sure their kids are good. So I don't really see it so much as, oh yeah, I need this guy to take care of me and my kids. If you can come along and do that, that is a plus, but that's not something that you should be going into a relationship looking for. Like, you shouldn't go into a relationship and be like, let me see your bank statements, let me see how much you make, can you provide for me and my kids? Because at the end of the day, you need to be able to financially provide for your own kid. You need to be able to, hold yourself down, because at the end of the day, if that person walks out your life, you're going to still be there with your kid needing to be provided for. So at all points in time, you need to be able to financially support yourself, emotionally support yourself, and be able to be that parent for that child, regardless of if you have another mom or dad, stepmom, stepdad. It's all plays a role in the whole scheme of it, because at the end of the day, that child is still going to be there. So that's something that I found to be kind of interesting in the story that they were trying to point out. And then another question I have about blended families. So a lot of families, I've touched on the fact that, there might be a mom who has a kid or a dad who has a kid. But what about the case if it's a mom and a dad and they both have kids? Not with each other, but, outside of the relationship, kids. So how does the whole blended family work? Does anybody, is anybody going through the blended family thing right now? How does it work? Would you do that? Or would you rather, the person not have kids if you have kids? Like, how do you guys feel about it? I've actually never thought about the whole blended family thing, and it seems like that might be a bit of a struggle for the children more so than the adults, because instead of you're going from being, I'm my mom or I'm my dad's only priority, and now it's you're my mom, my dad, my stepmom or stepdad, and my stepsister or stepbrother. So it takes a lot for children in blended homes, I think, to adjust to it more so than the adults, because adults are, it's not a rivalry, but for the kids it may seem like a rivalry. So that's just something I thought about. So basically, I think that's about it. I'm looking at my notes, and I think that's all the notes I took about the topic. So like I said, so let me know what you think. Would you date someone with children, or would you not date someone with children? What do you think are the rules or etiquettes for dating with children? And how do you feel about blended homes? How do you handle that? Do you have any tips or techniques? Or at what time period do you think is appropriate for children to meet the new person? These are just some questions I had. So comment below. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was just a little quick thing. I was actually in my pajamas watching videos on YouTube, and then this topic popped up, and I was like, I need to go film this right now because it's on my head. So let's go film it right now. So I got up, came to film this. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys will share your thoughts and comments about it, and I'll see you in my next video. Don't forget to comment below your thoughts though, because you know we got to keep the discussion going. All right, see you guys in the next video.